You walk into a crowded room. You scan the crowd. Your eyes lock onto her. Immediately, your brain tells you a brutal lie. You tell yourself that to get her attention, you need a sharper jawline, a heavier wallet, or a designer fit. You are completely wrong. You are playing a rigged game, stepping onto a battlefield blindfolded. The brutal reality of modern American dating is that there isn't just one type of girl walking around. There is an invisible architecture of attraction, and behind the smiles and the makeup, there are distinct psychological profiles operating in the shadows. If you treat every woman exactly the same, you will ghost yourself before you even open your mouth. To crack the code, you have to realize that you are looking at 8 different archetypes. And once you understand the dark psychology behind exactly what each one secretly craves, you become the one thing 99.9% of women absolutely cannot resist. It starts with the hardest target in the room, the cold, hard-to-get woman. She is the ice queen staring right through you like you do not even exist. Every guy in the USA has faced her and felt that stomach drop. But her coldness is not an accident. It is a biological reflex and a subconscious test. She is throwing you a curveball to see if your mental strength is real or completely fake. Most guys panic. They start rushing their words. They double text. They chase the cat right down the street. Do not do that. To hack her attraction, you have to use the half-second rule. When you first see her, hold her gaze for exactly half a second. Do not stare like a creep, just a flash of raw intention. Then withdraw. Focus on your own life. When she realizes you are totally unbothered by her icy exterior, you flip her internal script. You become the prize she has to tame. Then you have the social butterfly, the party girl. She is bouncing from group to group, talking to every single dude in the bar. Watching her triggers the deepest insecurities inside the modern male brain. You feel that raw jealousy creeping in. But here is the secret. She is addicted to attention, constantly pulling the dopamine lever of validation. If you walk up and shower her with compliments, you just become another rat in her experiment. Instead, you deploy the evil cat paradox. You sit back, you hold your ground and let her orbit you. When she finally comes over to figure out why you are the only guy not drooling over her, do not rush. Speak exactly 10% slower. Close your eyes just a fraction longer than normal when she talks. That slow blink projects an unshakable calm that totally shorts out her need for constant validation. You instantly look like the most alpha dude in the room. Next is the high-maintenance princess. She wants expensive dinners, constant pampering, and she demands everything to be perfect. You might think she is just a gold digger, but the reality is much darker. She pushes boundaries simply to see if you will bend. She is looking for a man who leads. If you use indirect, feminine communication and ask her permission for everything, she will completely lose respect for you. You have to use direct, masculine communication. Do not ask if you can take her out. Tell her you are taking her out. State your intentions like they are absolute facts. When you stop apologizing for taking up space and stop asking for permission, you press a primal attraction button buried deep inside her brain. She wants a warrior who is not terrified to walk away if she crosses the line. But what happens when you cross paths with the hyper-independent boss babe? This is the city girl dominating places like New York, LA, and Chicago. She has her own money, her own apartment, and she loudly claims she does not need a man. Her career is her literal shield. If you try to impress her with your bank account or your car, you immediately lose the game. You have to bypass her armor entirely. This is where you deploy the Ford method. Family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. But you skip the occupation part. She talks about work all day. Instead, pivot straight to her dreams. Ask her what she wants to accomplish before she dies. When you talk about the bigger picture and prove that you actually care about her deeper purpose, you become the only guy who makes her feel safe enough to drop that heavy, independent armor. Then there is the traditional, family-oriented woman. You will find her heavy in the Midwest and the South. She is not looking for a weekend fling. She is actively scanning for red flags and looking for a protector and a provider. But she is not just looking at your wallet. She is thin slicing your entire existence to see if you have true purpose. To attract her, you must show intense passion for something outside of her. Could be building a business, fixing cars, or coding. Having your own empire proves you have the mental strength to build a future. When you speak to her, use the open triangle stance. Point your chest and feet slightly toward her, projecting an approachable but protective vibe. She needs to know you are a rock in a storm. Down the street, you run into the mysterious empath, the overthinker. This girl reads every single micro-signal you broadcast. If you are nervous, if your feet point toward the door, or if you blink fast like you are short-circuiting, she feels your insecurity instantly and pulls away. To attract the overthinker, you must master the emotional mirror. Subtly match her energy and her posture. If she slows down, you slow down. If she leans in, you lean in. This creates an invisible loop of deep connection. And if you feel approach anxiety, use anxiety reappraisal. Name your nervousness out loud. Tell her you almost talked yourself out of coming over. Admitting a small flaw makes you insanely human. It disarms her overactive mind and makes her feel completely safe around you. Not far behind her is the free-spirited alternative artist girl. She lives for the aesthetic, constantly rebelling against the ordinary. Most guys have zero idea how to handle her. The trick here is leveraging a psychological glitch called the Benjamin Franklin effect. Ask her for a small, slightly personal favor. Ask for a recommendation on a book or an underground band. When she does something for you, her brain subconsciously justifies the action by deciding she must actually like you. Pair this with the halo effect by keeping your style sharp and clean. Let her do the talking. Use her first name once naturally to trigger that deep personal recognition, and watch her brain wire itself to crave your presence. Finally, we arrive at the most complex archetype of all, the emotionally damaged, guarded woman. The divorce rates are high and trauma is everywhere. She has been lied to, manipulated, and she has a wall built 10 feet high. You cannot break that wall with force, and you cannot win her over with cheap lines. She operates completely out of fear. You have to be the absolute master of the heavy silence. When she tests you by pulling away or acting cold, you do not react. You do not send a paragraph text. You do not chase. You hold the silence. Only confident people can hold silence. It feels completely illegal, but it shows her that you are not desperate and you are not going to hurt her. You prove that you are a rare, unshakable presence. You see, attracting any woman in the modern world is not about changing your physical face. It is about hacking the silent signals you broadcast to the universe. It is about understanding that every girl operates on a different frequency, driven by her own unique survival mechanisms, past pain and primal desires. The game is not about memorizing cheesy pickup lines or faking a persona. It is about mastering your own internal state and recognizing the invisible architecture of human psychology. Stop trying to look impressive to every girl you meet. Decode the archetype in front of you. Master the heavy silence, control the microsignals, and step straight into the fire. Once you do, you stop being just another invisible guy in the background. You become the dangerous, undeniable truth she never saw coming.